have you ever felt an unease so profound it made your heart race and your mind whirl, even when everything around you seemed perfectly normal? That subtle wave of dread is known as angst, or what one particular philosopher described as the discomfort of truly being. Few thinkers capture this inner turmoil better than Søren Kierkegaard, a Danish philosopher whose insights continue to resonate across generations. Born in 1813 in Copenhagen, Kierkegaard was immersed in reflective conversations from a young age, thanks to a deeply philosophical father who shaped his early worldview. But as he delved into formal studies, Kierkegaard grew dissatisfied with the stale nature of academic work, finding it detached from the pulse of real life. This frustration set him on a path that gave birth to some of the most influential ideas in existential philosophy, especially concerning the nature of anxiety. Kierkegaard's angst isn't the sort you'd find in clinical diagnoses. It's an existential phenomenon tied to the uncertainties that come simply from being alive. The world we enter at birth is unfathomably large, packed with unknowns, possibilities, and dilemmas that can rattle our sense of stability. It's this realization, the awareness that life offers no absolute certainties, that underscores the philosophy of a man who believed our consciousness to be both our greatest gift and our heaviest burden. In his pivotal work, The Concept of Anxiety, Kierkegaard explores how we grapple with a universe where absolutes are scarce. He paints a picture of human beings constantly teetering on the edge of countless choices, each one brimming with potential, but also laced with the chance of failure or regret. This tension, he argues, is unavoidable because we yearn for assurance, even though certainty remains out of reach. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom, he once penned, capturing that dreadful thrill we feel when we realize the full weight of our decisions. Every move we make can alter the arc of our lives, and that agency, instead of being purely liberating, also brings a haunting sense of accountability. Yet, Kierkegaard never saw anxiety as something purely detrimental. On the contrary, he believed it could spark deeper self-awareness. While modern life seems to push us into constant overdrive, bombarding us with choices, opinions, and the need to decide almost every second, Kierkegaard's view suggests that anxiety can be a guide. Properly understood, angst can compel us to reflect on our values, illuminate the paths we truly want to take, and prompt us to take bold leaps despite uncertainty. In each moment we feel that edge-of-your-seat dread, we're reminded that we have the freedom to define our direction, an enormous responsibility, yes, but also a testament to our potential. A vital piece of Kierkegaard's puzzle is his concept of subjective truth. He emphasizes how life's richest meaning isn't always discovered through objective standards or scientific precision, but rather in our personal connections to what we hold dear. For him, living with passion and commitment counts more than chasing universal rationality. Love, art, faith, or whatever resonates deep inside your soul can become a personal truth so potent that it transcends logical proof. It's in that individual leap, full of faith and free from the usual societal benchmarks, that Kierkegaard believes we step into true authenticity. Naturally, such leaps can be intimidating. Anxiety often feels like a roadblock, warning us of risks and pitfalls. But for Kierkegaard, to surrender to fear would mean sacrificing growth. By giving in, we forfeit opportunities for transformation and remain stuck in a self-made prison of doubt. Instead, he dares us to view anxiety as a catalyst, a compelling reason to engage with what scares us, and thereby evolve into versions of ourselves that we never knew existed. The alternative path, endless hesitation and endless worry, leads, in his words, to despair and emptiness. Crucially, Kierkegaard's perspective also involves recognizing how our society sometimes stifles individuality and encourages avoidance behaviors. The lure of escapism, be it through mindless content, quick fixes, or addictive habits, promises a break from anxiety's grip. But that break, while tempting, can erode our genuine pursuit of meaning. Kierkegaard calls us to challenge complacency, break free from socially constructed norms, and invest in personal reflection. For him, real self-discovery can only begin when we turn off the endless noise around us and dare to face our private anxieties. Solitude and inner introspection play a crucial role. By setting aside moments for honest self-examination, we encounter both our strengths and the harsh reality of our limits. But that process, while unnerving, is the seed from which deeper purpose can bloom. In those moments, we can recognize our authentic passions, whether it's a devotion to creativity, a pursuit of altruistic goals, or a yearning for spiritual depth, and commit to nurturing them, even if nobody else fully understands or validates our choices. Kierkegaard thus shows us a paradox of existence, that the tension and uncertainty we dread might actually be the driving force behind our own evolution. When we confront life's unresolved questions, we open ourselves to experiences of astonishing depth. We also free ourselves from the relentless pursuit of a perfect moment that may never arrive. Because in truth, there is no flawless circumstance where we feel 100% ready. The very act of living, with all its messiness, is what shapes our destiny. Each time we embrace a new challenge, we're forging our path, knowing we may stumble, but also trusting there's immense value in the journey. To fully appreciate Kierkegaard's model, you don't necessarily have to share his Christian framework. Although faith was integral to his worldview, the notion of a leap of faith can be understood on a secular level too, referring to any deep personal conviction. The essence of his teaching lies in daring to navigate uncertainty with openness and courage, rather than running from what scares us or hiding behind society's expectations. That bold willingness to stand by what we find meaningful, to literally live and die for it, if needed, becomes a testament to the power of subjective truth. In our modern era, where anxiety is often labeled a medical flaw or weakness, Kierkegaard's vision flips the script. Instead of stamping out anxiety, he invites us to harness it. Let it expose what matters to us. Let it propel us toward bolder actions. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, fear might still linger. But in that space of discomfort lies a gateway to authenticity, a chance to grow into individuals shaped by our deepest passions, not by mere default or conformity. So, as you go about your life, facing crossroads, feeling that spike of dread whenever a decision looms, remember Kierkegaard's wisdom. Anxiety might seem like an unwelcome guest, but it's also a nudge toward transformation. Our human condition is imperfect and unpredictable, but with every choice we make under the weight of uncertainty, we get a clearer look at who we truly are and what we stand for. By learning to coexist with the presence of angst, we unlock the potential to live more fearlessly and purposefully. Take that leap of faith. Whether it's in relationships, career moves, or creative endeavors, Kierkegaard's legacy reminds us that security isn't guaranteed, yet greatness often lies in risk. Life won't ever be entirely free of fear, so wait no longer for a perfect moment. Step forward. even if your heart trembles, because that trembling is what signals you're on the brink of discovery. The call to action from Kierkegaard is straightforward yet profound. Don't run from anxiety. Transform it into the fuel that drives you to realize the most vibrant parts of your existence.